What's up, fellers? Currently on my drive home. A little bit bored. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, want to have like a negative thing against, like, you know, renting, and like literally praise buying houses and mortgages and stuff like that. And like low-key, like, yes, like, okay, yes, it kind of is cheaper to have a mortgage. Okay, that's just common sense. Like, it is. I mean, it is. It's common sense. It definitely is cheaper to have a mortgage than it is to have a thank you. Than it is to have, you know, a rent. But you can always find great deals on rent. And I currently own a house, and like, I don't like owning a house. Like, the biggest thing is I have roommates, and they're great roommates. But you know, the cost of like repair and maintenance and all that, like, you know, like, maybe you'll see some benefits like when you like finally, you know, pay the house off and stuff like that. But like, you can't live your life to, oh, like, when I pay my house paid off, because dude, something may happen to you. And like, I just feel like owning a house is more stress than like benefit, you know. And it could be it could be a good thing. But I think rent's good for people who are not sure of where they're gonna end up at. And I really don't think, unless you're married and you have kids, that you should buy a house. I bought my house, single man, no kids. Not bad for making money. You know, I have roommates and stuff, so, you know, having roommates is pretty nice, but, you know, like, other than that, like, it's just not a good move, because, like, with the apartment, you know, I mean, you don't have to do anything. Like, you just wake up, do whatever you need to do, and go home. You know, you ain't gotta mow the grass, you ain't gotta fix this, fix that. Like, not your problem. And like, I feel like people in apartments don't understand that, you know, like, they think like, oh, well, stuff doesn't break. And a lot of people say, oh, stuff doesn't break. I mean, and like, is there some case point to that? Yeah, I mean, stuff doesn't break all the time. I mean, if stuff broke all the time, people wouldn't buy houses. But like, when stuff does break, it's expensive. And last year, I had spent like, what? I think it was like, my expenses for the year, you know, I rent my rooms, my expenses was like 16 grand. And I had to get a new HVAC system, complete system. Now, obviously, the system was 26 years old, so it needed to be replaced, whatever. But, like, I mean, not every year is going to be like that, but I'm just saying, you know, there's unexpected costs as a house. And, like, renting, obviously, you are definitely paying someone's mortgage. But you get the convenience of not having to give a hoot. So imagine this. Mortgage is like buying that old car and fixing it up. You get the value from not having debt or anything. You know? Rent is kind of like how you're leasing that car, but you know that, like, you know you're not going to own it, and you know you can't, you know, do whatever you want to. Like, you can only put 7 miles. But you don't have to repair it, you don't have to do this, don't do that. Like, it's more so, renting is more so like a convenience and like a service to you. So like, when you're renting, I mean, I only rent like actual apartment complexes, like, because they have like tennis court and like business lab or whatever, and they have a pool and all that, and all those conveniences and those nice things are what you're paying for. Because I don't know if you've ever had a pool in your backyard. It costs at least $150 to maintain it. And Business Lab, all that stuff, like, apartment complexes are nice, that you're paying for convenience, and it's niceties, you know? So, I wouldn't recommend renting anything other than apartment complex, because apartment complex is sort of like a service, and to buy a house, I mean, it is an investment if it's going to be the house you live in forever. I'm not living my house forever. I'm going to be selling it. I may buy a house in the future. I don't know. I need to figure out where I'm supposed to be. So, that's my main priority. But, you know, I'm trying to figure some things out. Probably going to be sticking with my traveling job, though. You know, so that'd be pretty chill. Move back in with my parents. And, yeah. Move back to Michigan and stick with my traveling job, and pretty chill. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, you know, renting and buying. Low-key, as a single man, I wish I wouldn't have bought a house. I feel like it was a good lesson, though. I've learned a lot on how to do stuff.